you?
I am swell. How's the old home country?
I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. Are you enjoying your new location?
I reckon so. You know, it's other than having to buy the southern foods in the international section of the grocery store, it's okay. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
It ain't quite that bad, but, you know, it's pretty close. They do actually have a southern section. The store that we go to, they have a southern section right next to the international section with all the various products that some of us require. So
that is funny.
But, well, it's good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you too, Ray.
All righty. Well, we'll...
Going well.
All right. Well, I hope y'all. It sounds like y'all are doing well. I just talked to your son not all that long ago. This was.
Did you?
I did. This was before the engagement announcement. But
oh my gosh, yes. We're getting ready for a hoedown, honey.
I bet you are. So, 93 WIBC and WIBC.com with. There's no real way that you need to introduce this young lady except to say that from the old home country for some of us, Savannah, Georgia, Miss Paula Deen. Paula, how are you?
Good morning, Ray. I'm great, and I'm glad to hear that you're well, too, dear.
Well, it's good to talk to you after quite a while. You were actually, this is a funny story, and it wasn't your fault. You were, when I was working in Savannah at a radio station down there, you were the last person that I interviewed the day that I was fired from the station. I was budget cut out of a job. You were the very last person I talked to on the radio down there. But that wasn't your fault. So.
Oh my gosh, Ray, that's a sad story. That
no. It all has a happy ending, Paula, so it's okay.
Yes, you were a product of budget cut.
I sure was. It happens, and you get up and you dust yourself off and you keep on going.
Go.
Like you've done so many times in your life.
And God's always got bigger and better plans.
There you go. Now, I remember when you first started this casino thing, the buffets in the casinos. This was down in Mississippi, I believe. Was it Tunica down there? Yeah.
It's Tunica, Mississippi. You're exactly correct.
So, and sounds like you're a little bit of everywhere now.
Well, we are in, we're doing pretty good, Ray. We're in Evansville, Indiana, at the Horseshoe there.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Joliet, Illinois. We truly crossed over the Mason-Dixon line for the first time, and that restaurant is doing so good up there. All right, so we're in Tunica, Evansville, Chicago, Cherokee, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason we're talking today is a little bit about the Horseshoe down there in Evansville, because somebody's going to have the chance to have dinner with you right there at the Paula Deen Buffet there at the Horseshoe.
That's right. I'm going to be going up there June 7th and 8th, I think. And it's a great casino. It's a great casino. And I was just up there this past weekend, and it was a surprise visit. And the restaurant was doing so well, and the food was so good. It really was good. And they are introducing lighter items to the buffet, so giving people even more choices.
Well, I know you made a lot, and I know Bobby and I have talked about the lifestyle changes of the family here over the last couple of years. You, first of all, I mean, let's just be honest. You look pretty dadgum hot right now, Paula.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
I appreciate that. I'm trying. It's hard. It's hard to turn a potato down.
Yeah, well, I understand that. Now, the question is, does your husband, Michael, does Michael look as hot as you do right now?
Ray, Michael has lost 60 pounds.
Really? Holy cow.
And he's made a commitment to lose 40 more.
Man.
And he said, when he tipped the scales at over 300 pounds, he knew something had to be done because he ain't all that tall.
No, he's not. Matter of fact, the last time I saw Michael, I believe, was in Leopold's Ice Cream down there, actually. And he was having a triple scoop. This has been several years ago now. He was having himself a triple scoop. So it's
That doesn't surprise me.
He's
Was
certainly
I there?
No, you weren't. He just popped in just out of the blue one day while I just happened to be down there. So
Okay, I'll have to get on him about that one.
now that's been a couple years ago. I'm sure he's a changed man now, Paula. Well, now
he and I are trying real hard, and I'm so proud of my family. Bobby is so into his lifestyle. You know, I mean, he doesn't just talk the talk; he walks the walk.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie, I think his two boys are keeping the weight off of him. The way that boy runs after those children.
I saw Jamie. Grant, I didn't get to see much of the first season of his show, and I know he's got a second season that's on Food Network right now. But my good, he doesn't look like the same guy that I knew. I know. He can't hardly keep his britches up. Yeah, he's got no butt at all. I said, son, you're going to have to start wearing a belt. Or how does somebody go about entering this chance to have dinner with you down there? There's a couple of ways. The first way to enter is guests can visit Horseshoe Southern Indiana on June 7th and 8th and swipe their total rewards card, and they'll automatically be put in to win. And the second way to enter is fans of the Horseshoe Southern Indiana can go to the Facebook page, and they'll be given a special code where they can just text that chance in to win, and the code will be given out on June the 4th. And one winner will be picked on Wednesday, June the 5th. So there's a couple of different ways they can enter. What's your TV schedule like these days? You've been on TV for, my goodness, at least 10 years now. Oh, Ray, I think it might be 12. It might not. It's got to be longer than 10 years, 11 or 12. It's unbelievable. It is just unbelievable that a middle-aged, gray-headed woman with a funny accent is still there. Yep. And like we said, got the whole family involved now with Bobby's got his show and Jamie's got one. I mean, it's a family. It's always been a family affair with you, though, in the food business. It has always been a family affair, and I heard someone say called us the first family of food, and I said, oh my goodness, but this person said, do you realize that you're the only family in America where everybody has their own show? And I had not thought about it that way, but it's pretty amazing. I think if I have to work, my children should have to work too. Now, does that go for the grandkids too? Does Jamie's kids, they have their own shows yet? I'm sure that's coming sometime soon. Jack is so cute. That's Jamie's oldest son. He'll be 7 in August. And Jamie's new cookbook that's coming out is you pick it up one way and it's Jamie's, and you flip it over to the back and it's Jack's. He's had an imaginary restaurant in his head now for several years called Rooster's Restaurant. So he's got recipes from Rooster's Restaurant. Rooster's Restaurant. That's a great name. I know. I said, who is Rooster, Jack? He said, I'm Rooster. Well, of course. Well, I can't wait to see that. I knew that was coming out soon, but I tell you what, Jamie's got some big book covers to fill, because I'll be honest, I use, and this is no lie, I use Bobby's cookbook. I use the heck out of Bobby's cookbook. Thank you, Ray. Bobby's cookbook went to number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list. I mean, it shot up there. And, it's still doing well, and this is, since February. Every recipe in Bobby's book is 350 calories or less. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really hardcore for people wanting to make a serious change. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to eat like 5 days a week, Ray. And then splurge on the weekends. Have something that you've been missing, on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. It's a great way to live those 5 days a week. Well, and it's funny, he was up here in Indy for the Black Expo last year doing a demonstration for diabetes and how to modify your lifestyle. And he and we chatted a lot, on and off the radio about the changes that you had made and that you had to make these last couple of years. And, I guess at first it seems like it's one of those things that you're going to have trouble doing, given the way that we eat down there, and we were raised eating all our lives. But so how have you found that change making that change?
The first, when I said, okay, I'm going to work with Novo Nordisk, we're going to redo favorite Southern recipes and lighten them up. When I really, really took responsibility for my disease, I went into my kitchen and I threw everything out that was white, except my husband. He was the only thing white. And so I lost like 35 pounds, and now I practice moderation. Everything's okay in moderation.
We will have all the information at our website on how folks can enter to have dinner with you at the Horseshoe down there in Evansville. But it's
I look real forward to it.
And it's always good to talk to you, Paula. Good to hear your voice for the first time in a while.
It's good to talk with you too, darling, and you have a blessed day.
All right, you too, Paula. Take care.
You too. Bye.